two lessons. As I understand now, last week we provided only one seminar. So, and I can find the Helper Squad team presentation. My friends, are you ready with the last topic today, Helper Squad?
Yes, sure, we're ready.
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, so if you're ready, please present two presentations together, because if you have both of them, last one about the costs and benefits, and the second about today's topic about the customer block. And debate stage will be based on those two presentations. So your opponents will have a unique opportunity to find good questions for both presentations together. If you're ready, please let's share a screen. Give me a second. I will give you permission for this. Yeah, please share a screen. Do you have both presentations now?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so provide it one by one, and we will ask for both presentations.
Excuse me, and who is going to be the opponents?
Give me a second. Mm-hmm. I will let you know in chat. I need to find this in my schedule. Okay, Goose Juice will be the first one, and Study Stage the second opponent.
Okay, can we start?
Yeah, please switch on your camera while presenting something, and yeah, let's get started.
Hello, everyone. Today we would like to talk about financial points in customer block. So we would remind you about our service. We are online team of personal assistants for people who need to delegate tasks. We are working 24/7 to help our clients without vacation and weekends. Our main principles are fast, reliable, and high-quality task solution. So we communicate with users with Telegram chatbot. And now we would like to tell you about financial points. So our revenue streams, there are three of them, main revenue streams. And the first one is monthly subscriptions of our clients. I will tell more about them later. The second one is commission from clients for some more options from our service. I will tell you later too. And possible advertising. Of which we are not really sure because like it's really difficult to say now, but we hope that we will have like some partners who will pay us for advertising their like companies. So revenue streams, as I said before, there are like three of them, the main ones, and you can see like this part with subscriptions. We have now three kinds of subscriptions. The first one is individual, which is 5,000 rubles per month. The second one is company subscription, which allows company like workers to use our service with unlimited amount of tasks, and the company pays only 20,000 rubles per month for all of their workers. And special individual subscription, which is a subscription which let our clients to set deadlines very quickly, for example, or like some other kinds of special give us some other kinds of special tasks, and this subscription costs 10,000 rubles per month. And talking about commission, which costs 8% for function total control. For example, person needs to find like some clothes somewhere in the internet shop, and he doesn't really want to think about delivery and so on. So we would like to suggest him use total control function, because this function we will control delivery, we will pay for the clothes, we will communicate with the shop, and in this case the client will only have to open the door for the delivery and get his product. And further, we are planning to advertisement other services and cooperate with hotels. We are not very sure if it will work, but this really good thing for our service, because for example, we suggest our clients hotels and gets 10% commission from hotels. Our cost structure is cost-driven, and we have some fixed costs. In this case, fixed costs are salaries of our assistants and support team, taxes we're paying for our company, and phone and cloud bills. For example, we are planning to use Yandex Telefonia in order to make all workers not paying for phones by themselves, but providing them with the opportunity to call. And cloud bills means that we are planning to use, for example, Google Drive to have space where we can create some documents, presentations, and so on for our clients. We also have variable costs, and for example, co-worker space, as we do not need them constantly. Sometimes we will get tasks which our assistants are unable to do. For example, analysis of some big companies for our clients and so on. And our assistants do not have enough opportunities for this. So it's easier for us to pay co-workers in order for them to do this task, and it will be much easier. Sometimes we will need some more internet resources, for example, to pay subscription to some sites where we can get some more information for our clients. Advertisement pays, which will be not every month, and we cannot say for sure how much it will cost for us. And money spent on education of the assistants. It's very important for our company to let our assistants opportunity to grow, and it's really good for us too, because we will be sure that our assistants working well and know some trends. They know how to use different programs and can provide our clients with good solutions. So speaking about shorter estimation, 6 months, this estimation is very approximate, and you can see the number of subscriptions we are planning to have in the end of 6 months, in our dreams, 60 subscriptions, and I mean very first subscription, which cost 5,000 rubles per month, because we will begin only with this kind of subscriptions, and in the future provide our clients with more subscriptions. A number of assistants in the end of the first 6 months will be 16 assistants, and you can see that the approximate salary will be 10,000 rubles in the very beginning, and you can see that some months we will have advert, and we are planning to approximately spend 50,000 rubles for this. And you can see that in total we will have 125,000 rubles from first 6 months to pay for company needs. Of course, it's not enough for creating a chatbot and logo and so on, which will approximately cost us 315,000 rubles, and we will not have enough money for this, but it's okay. We are planning to make it better in the future. And speaking about long-term estimations, we have counted for the beginning of the third year of working of our service, we will plan to have like 300 usual subscriptions, 30 assistants. We will have 12 special individual subscriptions and 8 company subscriptions. It's really hard to say for us what will be for sure, because like, you know, we're not creating it in real life, but it's our plans. And if we're speaking about money we have for company needs, we have 1,030,000 rubles from 2 years to pay. And possibly we will add some more types of subscriptions and we'll change our plans, but it's really hard to say now.
On to the customer block. So first let's discuss customer segments. We think V2V has mass market customer segmentation, so we decided to have as much customers as it possible. And however, we have some criteria, and we think that we have only 2 important criteria, and it's high income and age. We don't care about any other criteria as gender, location, and so on. So our clients, it's business people. They are 24 years old, older, both men and women, with high income. Talking about distribution channels, our digital distribution our main digital distribution channel is Telegram chatbot, and in the future we think that it's possible to us to create our website or mobile app. Talking about customer relationships, we think that we have long-term personal assistants. We try to keep our customers by providing quality services and convenient communication. Our goal is to make our clients believe in our work and always get the best experience. And we are always open to our clients' needs. We decided that we are not interested in the growth of revenue from our current customers, because we have a subscription system which makes them sure that they will get the proper results without paying more. That's it. Thank you for your attention.
Good, thank you. If I get your idea right, your customers are people who concerned about anything to do, any routine tasks, and there are any helpers that will be able to solve these problems, and you will be like a platform to communicate both with helpers, professional helpers, and with people who has any tasks. Is it true?
Yes, we have like our assistants are our workers, and in this case, yes, we let our clients think less about like this routine, monotonous tasks, and like.
Good. Thank you. So your customers are not only the people who are interested in solving any routine tasks, but your customer are also helpers, because you need to involve them into the this platform, to the communication with ultimate people who are going to solve something in your routine issues. So my idea is that you need to work in both sides, with customers in B2C market and on market of professional helpers. And you need to spend a lot of money to attract them. You need to find channels to communicate with them too. You need to involve those customers of your platform into the process too. You need to understand, are they people with good responsibilities who are able to solve any problems or not. So you are always concentrating onto the final customer, but as the logic, as the platform is that we need to think about both sides. Yeah, if you will use an example for Uber taxi, you need to attract drivers, you need to attract owners of cars, you need to attract them to provide your service, because if there are a lot of customers but nobody able to drive right now and to work on your platform, it doesn't make sense. Please fix this very important point in your presentation at the next seminar, because the next seminar we will check your final idea, your final canvas model. And it is very important to think in both sides. Okay, did you get it?
Okay, sure. Yes, we understood.
Perfect. Yeah, let's go to the questions.
Okay, so the Goose Choose is the first to ask questions. So our first question is about the number of your employees. So at the end of the 2.5 years, according to your presentation, you'll have 30 assistants. It seems that this amount is not enough for the stable operation of the service. So, is there if there is a severe shortage of employees, what will you do in this case? I'll print it.
Thank you. Give me a minute, please. Okay, thank you for your question. It's really important to say about it. So actually, probably there could be a situation where all our clients decided to give like 10 tasks per day to our service at a time. But actually, the situation is kind of rare, because actually we're not sure that we will have like this moment there where we will have like this enormous amount of tasks per one time. But actually it seems like we're planning to have like really good relationship with our customers, and in this case we are promising like 24-hour deadline for all tasks, but actually we will probably ask them for like making the deadline more, or if there is like situation where the task should be solved very fast and quick, we will really prioritize it. But we're planning to make sure that in this situation we can arrange our work in the way that all assistants will work not more than 8 hours per day, but all tasks will be solved. And probably we will make we will try to find like freelancers to work with our company. It means that we will have like these 30 assistants on everyday basis, like they work every day 8 hours per day. But we will only always have like some people like freelancers which are not working on the everyday basis, but in situation where when our assistants cannot like solve all tasks, these freelancers will help us. Of course their salaries will be different, and now it's really hard to say how we will operate these situations, but probably it's a good case for us. But we will think about the fact that probably we will have to have more assistance. Thank you. We will think.
Yeah, because with that amount, it seems like a pretty hard manageable task. So it's manageable, but it needs a really good managers. Let's say so. Okay, thank you for your answer. So our second question is about your Telegram chat, which you have mentioned. So you have prescribed an approximate cost for creating a Telegram chat and branding. So how did you manage to determine it? Did you see some examples, or maybe you did some calculations on your own?
Thank you. Yes, sure. We were looking for the average price on the market and saw some examples. And actually, this price is like the lowest across the average prices. But as we're small business and we don't have like a website, and we're not planning to like produce some like products with logos of our company and so on, it's only important for us to have like this safe platform for communication, which is a chatbot. And of course, we're planning to invest more money to make it more beautiful, for example, more convenient. But in the very beginning, we found out that this cost is okay, and we can find like team which can really make chat according to the money we can spend on it. But actually, our strategy was to invest some money in the very beginning, create the very important part, which is chatbot, and in the future invest from time to time more and more money to make it better from time to time. Because as you saw in the very beginning, we are planning to have like very little amount of clients, and it's not like that important for us to have a fully amazing service in the very beginning. So we will just step by step do it better and better.
Well, the quality of service is always good to be good. uh, but okay, I got your idea. So let's go for the third question. It's a long one. So in and it's something like connected to the today's problems. So in connection with recent events, it became clear that due to the probable and actually existing economic crisis, their solvency, so the ability to pay of the population will fall. So perhaps your service in such a situation will become less relevant. How do you plan to act to somehow, I don't know, mm, just how are you planning to act in this situation?
Thank you. So actually, according to recent events, it's really like important question. But we thought that when we were speaking about customer segment, we mentioned that we're only focused on people who have like this stable income, and this stable income is like bigger than average. So of course, economic crisis will like will be a problem for all Russian people, for all people at all. But actually, we hope that even if we have, even if we will have less clients, the main amount of them will stay with us. But probably as we are focused on good relationship with our clients and making them feel comfortable, we will have discounts, some discounts. For example, we will make the cost for individual subscription less. We're not sure, and we cannot like plan how much it will cost because now it's not relevant. But I think that it will be a good variant. And of course, small businesses are under like like economic situation in the country really controls small businesses, but probably yes, like making subscription a little bit less, but at all we're just like planning that people will still use because our customer segment is people who have like the like income higher than average in our country.
Yeah, I think that almost every firm in our economy will need a special guy, maybe something like a risk manager, who can help to adaptate to the situation. Yes, thank you for your answers.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank
good
you.
questions. And the best step of the risk manager is to bring all the team members together and fly to Georgia. Yeah, it's a joke. So let's move to the second team, Status Touch. You're welcome with your questions.
Okay, we have some questions. Thank you for your presentation. And firstly, in your presentation, you said that you are interested in people who live abroad and also in foreigners. How will you attract them and communicate with them?
Okay, give me a minute, please. So yes, we are really willing to have like foreigners or people or Russian people who live abroad, like as a clients in our service. And in this case, we can really help them. For example, Russian people abroad, because the main like focus of our service is to help to solve tasks which really takes a lot of time. For example, find like medicine service abroad where I can go. I have like Russian passport and VNG, for example, which is вид на жительство abroad. And please, can you help me like to find this place to have like medicine help? And in this case, it's not a problem for us to solve this situation because all of our assistants, it's like we require them to know English, for example, on the upper intermediate level, because it's really important for us as a company know that they can communicate with people abroad. For example, have a call, make email and so on, or just like easily translate some information which is provided in English. And speaking about foreigners, there is like this problem. We were reading about it a lot when, for example, some people comes to Russia from our other countries, and it's really hard for them to like to live here because we have different rules and for example, like person have to go somewhere, have to call somewhere, and he just like can't. So in this case, it's not a problem for us to help, of course, and all communication will be set in English. It's not a problem. And speaking about how we will find these people, as I said before, we will cooperate with hotels and where like these people some from time to time stays, I mean foreigners, and also like some blogs for foreigners in Russia and our places. And I think that advertisement can really help because they are all using like social medias and so on, and we're planning to advertise there. So now we have this kind of thoughts on this case.
Okay, I understand you. Thank you.
And I will ask our next question about advertising. What platforms do you plan to advertise on, and what services do you plan to cooperate with regarding mutual advertising?
Thank you. So, as I said before, we're planning to have like advertisement on social medias. Of course, now we know that Facebook is blocked, for example, and probably our other social medias will be blocked. But now we have plans to advertise on Instagram, Facebook. It's really interesting for us to cooperate with hotels a lot, as I said before, and probably with even universities, because a lot of universities have foreigner students, and as we all know, like it's not a problem for foreigners to pay like 5,000 rubles per month to get like 24/7 help, and it's good for us to. But we will really try our best to think about like possible partners in this case, but thinking about mutual advertising, it's really like hotels are the best for us, because we can suggest our clients to go to like some hotels which we are cooperating with in like different cities or even like in different countries. But all of this will be possible only if our like company will be stable and will have a lot of clients, because as we all know, nobody wants to cooperate with small unstable companies. So we will work hard to have this opportunity.
Okay, thank you.
And the last question is, let's imagine that I'm a busy person with a high income who can't do my daily task like because I'm busy. Why should I choose your service, but not to hire a personal assistant whom I will choose personally and will begin to trust over time? I just can't imagine the need for a one-time use of your service.
So as we said before in our presentations, the average cost of personal assistant is way more bigger than for like subscription in our service. So for example, the personal assistant will cost you 60,000 rubles on average per month, and our subscription is only 5,000 rubles. So in this case, you have like not big differences. Of course, personal assistant can do more. For example, if he lives in your city, he can like make more tasks which you need, like connected to different places. For example, like please can you, I will speak in Russian for a little. Например, забрать ребенка из садика. Of course, personal assistant will do it better, but generally speaking, our assistants can do ultimate amount of tasks which will really cost much less. And it's really important to say that personal assistant will not work 24/7. Like if you have a deadline task 4 in the morning, there is like very small possibility that your personal assistant will really solve it, because he has his personal life and so on, and it's really like hard to make this communication this personal assistant. But our company can like help you 24/7 without vacations, without weekends. We are always here for you. And it's also important to say that we have people from different spheres as our assistants, which can make everything, like from making presentations, transcriptions, to finding bloggers to cooperate with, or like finding like presents for your mother on the holiday, like all kind of tasks. In this case, we think that it's really good for our clients to know that they can pay really like a small amount of money, but get like this great result fastly, high quality, with high quality, and be sure that we will always be there for them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice presentation and good answers. I would like to recommend you to think about the cornerstone of your solution, of your technology, about the pain of customers, about the trust to helpers. How could we make any guarantees of well qualified and full of responsibilities people who will help you? In case if you will be successful in this matter, you will win a lot. But in general, this is the most important pain that leads to lack of trust to your product finally. So lack of the trust to the helpers who will make it. There are a lot of strategies. What should you do in this case? I suppose that the most effective will be to integrate helpers into your structure by long-term collaboration with them. It is very effective to spend some sources for studying, for showing your brand ideas, what should the helpers do, any standards. So you need to integrate and to spend the time, spend any efforts of professional helpers, and only after that they will be able to earn money in your platform. In this case, you will make good relationships with them first of all, and at the other hand, professional helpers will be responsible because they spend a lot, and the risk of making something not as good as we are expecting. So this risk leads to decreasing all the progress that the helper achieved before. So this is the strategy that Yandex used, for example, the services and the digital platforms when they attract any consumers that work, they provide any services in this platform. So my idea is to spend some money, spend some sources of professional helpers to include them into your structure, and then they will be the risk to do something badly, bad way, leads to that the helper lost all the progress on your platform, and finally he or she lost a lot of money. Did you get the idea? So it's the issue of the trust of the professional helpers.
Yes, we got.
Yeah, because example of traditional collaboration on outsource is like it's like a meeting for the first time, and somebody say, okay, I will do this, and despite the fact will be he or she successful in the progress or not, you will just wait for the result. But if the collaboration is in a long term, you have a professional helper has something to lost, and of course he will be interested in the well quality service that not to lost at the game. Yeah, I think that this is the cornerstone of the platform, because if you will have a lot of professional helpers and you will provide the platform to trust between the ultimate customer and professional helper, you will be successful. If not, if any problems with their professionals will be suitable for a platform, it leads to decreasing total amount of customers. Okay, thank you, but as general, it sounds very good. Thank you for your presentation. Let's move to the second that will be provided by Stylist Touch. And while your opponents will be Helper Squad and Breath, and while you are opening your presentation, I'm asking myself and my colleagues from the Helper Squad team, what's your strategy to concentrate on the particular segment of the market or to decreasing your cost and to create the general product? What do you think about it? What is your strategy? Cost-oriented or value-oriented? Professional squad, just let me know that you hear me.
I'm sorry, can you please repeat the question? I have internet troubles.
What is your strategy? Cost-oriented or value-oriented? Are you looking for decreasing the cost and making absolutely the similar product, or you're going to find a new segment of this market?
Actually, from this presentation, we will have to think more about it, but we thought that we are cost-driven like structure, but probably we have some time to think about it more in this case, because we have some problems there.
Yeah, I think that it's something between, and you need to combine both strategies. It's not a very particular issue. What is your strategy? I'm not sure too. Okay, thank you so much. Stylist Touch will be the next one. Yeah, please start.
And who are the opponents?
What?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
About opponents. Breath and...
Yeah, your opponents will be Helper Squad and Breath. I will write it in the chat. Helper Squad and Breath.
Okay, can we start?
Yeah.
So, good afternoon. We are pleased to present to your attention the following part of our analysis. Today we will tell you about the consumer block. Customer segments are the community of customers or businesses that a company is aiming to sell its product or service. Turning to additional sources, we find out that there are several types of consumer segments. For example, mass market products and services which target the mass market segment are appealing or fulfill the needs of a wide cross-section of a population and do not discriminate between different customer segments. Niche market, it refers to a customer segment with extremely defined characteristics and very particular needs. This segment expects a highly tailored product, custom-made to suit their needs. Segmented market, some businesses choose to provide products and services to customer segments which may have very minute variations in their needs and requirements. Diversified market, an organization which opts to serve diversified customer segments, is basically picking customer segments with very different needs and wants. The customer profiles have few overlaps, but due to varying reasons, the organization sees value in investing in appealing to both these diverse segments. And multi-sided market. When customer segments are related through dependency, it makes business sense to serve both ends of the equation. Regarding this classification, our platform Stylist Touch should be attributed to the multi-sided market, because in broad terms, our customers are people who want to get stylish looks and also stylists who want to sell their services through our platform. And these two segments are definitely related through dependency. For Stylist Touch, not only customer satisfaction from cooperation with stylists is important, but also the interest of stylists to provide their services in our application. Such a problem can be called the chicken and egg problem. So if we don't have a sufficient and relevant customer base, stylists will not be interested in cooperation with our company. Conversely, if customers do not have a choice of stylist, they will look for our means to meet their needs. And as we have mentioned, based on the type of consumer segments, two groups of users can be distinguished. Customers who wish to receive stylistic services with the help of Stylist Touch, and stylists who who aim to provide their services through the application.
The target audience of customers can be classified in more details. We think that it is necessary to distinguish two groups. Based on the survey, we made certain conclusion and completed detailed portrait of each groups of our clients. We identified two main groups of Stylist Touch targets. Group A, the first target segment, this is a group A, is a woman who faces the problem of lack of time for shopping, lack of desire to spend time looking for clothes in the store, and lack of the ability to compose clothes into full-fledged image. They are aged from 31 to 45 years old, live with the parents, with a spouse or children in a large city of million people. When we ask a woman from this segment to evaluate the value of satisfaction with their style, they mostly put 3 points out of 5, and that is why they want to work with a stylist, and paying for this service about 3,000 and 6,000 rubles. There is also the desire to learn stylist skills for 1,000 and to 3,000 rubles. The next group, it is the B1. They are girls from 18 to 24 years old who study and live in a large city of 1 million people. For this segment, 3 out of 5 is also the self-assessment of their style. That's why this group has a desire to cooperate with stylists for 1,000 to 3,000 rubles. They also want to study fashion, but only for free, since they do not have the opportunity to pay for such courses. Problems can be mentioned as a lack of ability to create images and lack of time for shopping and searching due to the workload of studying or part-time work. Thus, the target audience of our company is busy people, yes, students and employees mainly, who want to look stylish, but they don't have enough time to understand fashion trends, spend hours shopping and searching of suitable clothes, or spend their free time searching for perfect stylist on social network. Our clients have desire and a level of material wealth that allow them to spend money on new stylish clothes. At the same time, it is important for them to save money, so the expensive services of famous stylists are not suitable for our clients. So it is also important to clarify which stylists may be interested in cooperation with our platform. The common characteristics of the majority of our potential stylists are following. There are beginners or just not famous stylists who do not belong to large agencies or have not yet earned a perfect reputation. Such stylists do not have enough experience and money to independently find the constant stream of consumers and organize efficiently promotion. That's why they are ready to pay a commission to our platform for such organization of their work. The age of these stylists may vary from 18 to 35 years old, approximately. Then we can distinguish two groups according to the format of work. Stylists who are ready for combining online communication and offline meetings with clients. They live in large cities and have enough time for such a format of work. Another one is stylists who are ready only for online communication with clients. They may choose such a format of work due to the living in a small towns or even abroad. Also, they may have the need to analyze, need to always be at home, for example, during the maternity leave or health restrictions connected with COVID pandemic or other things which is connected with their health.
So customer segment will look like this. Clients, girls aged from 18 to 24 and women aged from 31 to 45, those who receive a stylistic service. Stylist, those who provide a stylistic service. The consumer block also includes customer relationships. Our company should clarify the type of relationship it wants to establish with each customer segment. The type of customer relationships we put in place deeply influences the overall customer experience. Several types of relationships are distinguished in various sources. Transactional. This means there is no real relationship between the company and the customer. The company interacts with the customer on a transactional basis. Long-term. This means a long-term and maybe even deep relationship is established between the company and the customer. The company interacts with the customer on a recurring basis. Personal assistance. This relationship is based on human interaction. The customer can communicate with a real customer representative to get help during the sales processes or after the purchase is complete. This may happen on-site at the point of sale, through call centers, by email, or through other means. Dedicated personal assistance. This relationship involves dedicating a customer representative specifically to an individual client. It represents the deepest and most intimate type of relationship and normally develops over a long period of time. Self-service. In this type of relationship, the company maintains no direct relationship with customers. It provides all the necessary means for customers to help themselves. Automated services. This type of relationship mixes a more specificated form of customer self-service with automated processes. For example, personal online profiles give customers access to customized services. Communities. Increasingly, companies are utilizing other communities to become more involved with customers and to facilitate connections between community members. Co-creation. More companies are going beyond the traditional customer-vendor relationship to co-create value with customers. Regarding this classification, we can say that personal assistance is characteristic of our relationship with the client. This is manifested in the fact that we will have operators on staff who will answer customers' questions regarding the use of the application. In addition, we have provided such a position as a conflict manager. That is, he will be in direct contact with the client and stylist to solve problems. Automated service also acts as a type of our relationship with customers, as the recommendation with stylist will be automatically generated based on the results of filling out the questionnaire. In this case, online profiles of stylists provide access to services, which is also a manifestation of automation. Also, in the case of creation an online course about fashion in comparison with stylists that we have mentioned in the previous presentation, the type of relationship with stylist is co-creation. Regarding channels, they can be distinguished into two types, direct and indirect. Direct distribution is carried out through personal sales, the internet, telephone, or mail. Indirect distribution includes retail, agents, and brokers, also distributors. Our startup has two channels of interaction, an application and a website. They belong to the direct type of distribution since the program installs direct communication with the consumer. What is more, we may distinguish two types of channels according to our ownership model. Channels may be owned direct and partner indirect, like in the case of food products and retailer stores when a retailer owns the channel. As for Stylist Touch, we have direct owned channels because we will create our own app and website. This may will bring higher margins, but it's really costly to launch and cooperate. That's all for today. Thank you for your attention, and now we are ready to answer your questions.
Okay, let's go to the questions.
Yeah, our first question is that I'll copy in the chat. Do you see?
You could see it hard because black on black.
Okay. Sorry. How do you plan to solve the chicken egg problem?
You need to clarify what did you mean?
Oh, we understand. We talked about it in our presentation. Please give us a minute to think.
For me, solution, as we think, is the implementation of very high discounts and bonuses for both new customers and stylists. It will cost a lot for a firm, but it's a great method to provide starting base of stylists and of customers. So that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, our next question. You said the main problem of the women this target audience has the lack of the time. So how does your services solve this problem?
Thank you for your question. I will try to answer it. Firstly, we will have a fast mechanism for selecting stylists. That's why there is no need to spend much time for searching and finding a stylist. Also, while working with a stylist, the stylist will take over all the functions. For example, collect images, search for clothes, and accessorize on the internet and all other things. That's why the client doesn't waste his or her time on this and get only the final result.
Okay, thank you. And our last question is connected with your application. So what advantages can you highlight from the application as a sales channel for your users?
Thank you for your question. I think we can highlight several advantages. For example, our user-friendly interface and ability to ask for technical support from a support manager. And our application is a direct communication channel. And there is a possibility of communicating through Messenger with the stylist. And clients are able to send in notifications, payment, and other functions. Other functions are included in our application. Also, there is the automation of some stages of use. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, That's all questions, right?
No. Our team breath. No.
Okay, that's all question from the helper squad. Yes, sorry. You're welcome.
Okay. The first question is, don't you think that the amount that you take is too low? Because most of the mass markets are closed in Russia now, and your stylist will have to spend more time and effort searching for clothes to find substitute shops and so on.
Well, thanks for the question. Give us a minute to think.
Excuse me, could you one more time clarify your question because we're a bit confused?
Okay. Now, most of the mass markets are closed in Russia, and your stylist will have to spend more time and effort searching for clothes. And because of that, don't you think that the amount of money that you take from your customers is too low?
Okay, yes, we have the answer. This is about the business ethics. Yes, this jeopardy in economy or the world, it is for the short time, and we can't use as a new startup, as a new business, have an advantage in this situation and grab as much as possible from our consumers because it will be very strange and unethical for our consumers if after this crisis we will, of course we should, we have to reduce the prices because of we will have some competitors, but if we keep our price stable today and after the crisis we will still have this price appropriate for market, that our consumers will see how we are working based on their ethics, and they will rely on us.
Okay, thank you for your answer. I got your idea. And our second question is, you mentioned in your presentation that you used in your company 3 types of relationships. And what type is most expensive for your company, and how will you reduce this cost?
So our answer is the following. We think that the salary for employees for personal communication is the highest one, because the personal assistant, it's always the cheapest product in the market, the expensive product, excuse me.
And do you have any ways to reduce this cost? This is the second part of the question.
Yeah, I think there is something we can implement, but it doesn't cost it. Like assistance is the face of our brand. They should be happy with their job. They should always smile, be professionals, and if you reduce their salary, I don't think they will make a good look of our company.
Okay, I got it. And the last question, you mentioned in your presentation as your target audience, it is women in general of different ages, and you didn't talk about men, and you don't see men as your target audience. Maybe some men also need help with the style. How do you think?
It's not about our startup is only for women, but the target audience is definitely women, because there are some men who will definitely want to use our service, but it's not a big percentage of our potential clients. So it doesn't mean that our service will be in pink colors with flowers, with anti-men lozenges, but we are not oriented on them.
Okay, thank you for your answers and presentation.
Yeah, thank you for your presentation. I would like to redefine communications. Communications is not only about the sales process, it's about all the customers' experience during touching your company. And please improve it in your presentation, the next seminar. So we need to clarify not only how do you want to sell, about all the channels to communicate about the social networks, about the offline sales, not only sales communication with the stylist, later about any PR activities, publications in magazines, and so on. So there are a lot of sources to show for existing customer and for potential who you are and what is your product. So it's not only about the sales, because in your presentation on the sales channels are highlighted. Okay, thank you so much. In general, it's absolutely nice. Now we're going to provide, yeah, I have enough time to provide the third presentation by Team Breathe, and your opponents will be Stylist Touch and Helper Squad. Yeah, Team Breathe and Stylist Touch and Helper Squad. Please, you're welcome. And after your presentation, we will have a short break.
So today we start with
yes,
our company.
can you hear me? So here, I would like to start with customer segments block. First of all, what is it? Let's start with the definition. Customer segments are the different groups of people or organizations or an enterprise aims to reach and serve. This includes users who might not generate revenues, but which are necessary for the business model to work.
My friends, sorry for interrupting. We will have the break according to the schedule. Do you need the break right now, or we need to change it this time?
I don't need a break, but
our team would like to
Yeah.
like continue presentation, but if it's necessary for other teams,
yes.
Okay.
sorry.
I'll suggest that we will provide this presentation and we will have the break after this one. Sorry, because I didn't find the information at the necessary time about the schedule. Sorry. Yeah. But keep on the presentation, presenting.
Okay. Thank you. So the next slide, please. Thank you. Type of our company customer segments is a multi-sided platform, or another name, multi-sided market. Our organization serves two large independent customer segments. The first one, people and clinics, and the second one is advertisers. So the first segment includes people with diseases of the respiratory system who have individual access, not corporate, to the app, whether it is paid or free access. Also, there is a corporate subscription for respiratory clinics. They will get corporate access and provide this access to their clients. In general, clinics are the same target audience as people because all of them are people with diseases. Services and value proposition provided to these sections of one whole segment are the same. So the second segment is advertisers. They use Breathi's services, but slightly differently. Our company provides them with a platform for advertising. We need advertisers to finance the production of a free version of the app. Due to this revenue stream, Breath has a possibility of offering a trial subscription. So our business model has several customer segments. Both of them are required to make the business model work.
And now we'll talk about channels. The main way to interact with customers is our app. In our application, there will be an online chat in which customers can always write and ask questions about the operations of the application. It will also be possible to arrange a short meeting with the doctor where you can ask an urgent question. The main channels for finding a new audience. The first one is Instagram and YouTube. In Instagram, we'll maintain a page for our application, which will contain useful posts for people with lung diseases. The post will talk about both the application itself and, in general, useful information for people with asthma, COPD, and post-COVID-19 conditions. There will also be ads from other bloggers who have asthma or from clinics that specialize in respiratory diseases. And YouTube also will be content about diseases, about our app, and so on. Also, different advertising in partner clinics and laboratories. For example, banners, flyers with promotional codes for discounts, and so on. Also will be different events dedicated to respiratory diseases. These events will be as organized our company, but also events that is organized in other organizations. There are all in these events will also be banners, flyers, and these events will talk about diseases, how to prevent an attack, and other useful information, and then our application will be advertised. And also will be advertising on other health-related apps. For example, advertising from partner clinics and laboratories will be the most cost-efficient for us, as it will be mutually beneficial advertising, and people who apply to these clinics will already be our target audience. And now my colleague will continue.
Yeah, and about customer relationships, firstly, we use a form of automated service. So it's a type of relationship that mixes a more sophisticated form of customer self-service with automated processes. Automated processes can recognize individual customers and their characteristics and offer information related to orders or transactions. Breeze has some information about customer and their diseases. Throughout the application, it is possible to learn more about the disease and at the same time get a consultation with the doctor by using the app, regardless of the function. And in terms of advertisers, self-service, this means no direct relationship with customers. It provides all the necessary means for customers to help themselves. In this segment, we provide a platform for an advertisement. We provide link to the rare drugs available on the pharmacy. And about the cost of this relationship, on the first steps that we discussed in previous presentations that not include launching big infrastructure as for delivery, that are talking about only about platforms, such cost structures don't require a lot of investments because they're rather automative. We provide a platform and service, and we are in touch with customers remotely. We take care about educational content, treatment schedule, connection with doctors, consultation, recommendation based on with estimation. So the agreements with these consultancies would be one of the most costly part of our plan and maintaining relationships, and the some technical requirements too. So that's all for today. Thank you for your attention. We are waiting for questions.
Status Touch, do you have any questions?
Yes, you have some questions. Firstly, in the consumer segment, you are talking about clinics. How they will be selected according to what characteristics?
Thank you for your question. Give me some seconds, please, to think.
So I think, as we mentioned, we more about trying to provide the best quality of our service as we can, and to be as accurate in terms of provided information. So firstly, we would try to select clinics based on their reputation and the level of their research and studies in the specific sphere that connected with respiratory care. And also another part of our selection process would be the availability of clinics for firstly for providing their service through our platform, and for location convenience, and for some other factors that influence the possible access to clinics by customers. So if we would apply our app in different cities, it would be connected with the infrastructure of specific city and the situation on the market of specific city.
Okay, thank you. And the next question is, why is there no personal assistance with users and clinics according to technical problems, maybe chat or technical support?
I think technical support is the basic thing for every app. That's why we not mention it. But of course, we would have some technical support, but technical support team would be strictly limited in terms of some consultation that attached with educational information to avoid misinformation in terms of their specialization. So yeah, technical support would be obviously provided due to aims to make our app work, but.
And I want to add that we mentioned about technical support. I talked that we will have in our application a line chat where any clients can write and get help with the technical problems and so on.
Okay, I understand you, but I mentioned that it is strongly important to mention personal assistance in your presentation. So the next question is, you say that one of the channels may be information on events that are related to respiratory diseases. Can you give some examples of such events?
1 minute, please.
For example, by the University for names Mechnikov in St. Petersburg, they organize the online and offline events as scientific practical conferences, respiratory diseases in general, health practice. I'm not sure how to translate it by myself, but somehow like that. So there are many scientific conferences and and events that are organized by funds that connected with this theme. In terms of funds, it's mostly international events, but in terms of medical conferences, it's a common thing that happens pretty regularly in this sphere. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's all from about our questions from our team.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we will start. And our first question is that you said that the second segment of your customers are advertisers. What are the requirements for them? Because there are a lot of situations when companies provide advertisement for unverified companies and products, which can lead to the lowering of the trust of users and even harming them.
So advertising will be specific, may be useful for people with these diseases. For example, advertising of special medical centers, special breathing equipment, or other useful application. I suppose our application won't have like ordinary advertising, only special.
Okay, our second question. It's also about segmentation.
Of course, sorry for interrupting. I agree with your question because, by my view, you have two segments as a customer who has any diseases. On the second side, clinics and advertisers are just like an additional source to earn money, but it's not the segment for the platform. Platform is to a place to communicate between somebody who provides service and someone who needs this service. And in this case, you have only two main segments. Thank you for your finding, because of course you could earn some money for providing possibility to show any ads, but it's not a particular segment, I suppose. It's like just additional way to earn some money to cover any specific costs, but not the particular segment. And I would like to recommend you change this view, because you could find those questions because of this misunderstanding between your concept of platform to provide very important social activities and segment 2 is advertisers. So I would like to recommend you to change this view by clinics, customer who has any diseases, and maybe like an additional segment, but not very important, advertisement platforms. Okay, yeah, that's all. Let's move to the second question.
Our second question are also about segments. So maybe it has some sense to you to split the first segment into other segments, for example, by location or age.
Yes, actually, in previous presentation, we've mentioned the segmentation of clients. So we decided not to be repetitive in this, in terms of this part of presentation. And we've mentioned that we have 4 age segments. In terms of location, it's too sensitive to different functions, so it's not so obligatory make the different segments for them, but in terms of age, we have mentioned 4 segments and described them in previous presentation.
Yeah, and by the way, why we do not separate our whole big segment into little parts by age or by location is that because all these parts, like independently of age or something like this, all these people do get the same services and value proposition. So no matter is the person is 18 or 80. So
yes, only some changes in providing the information, and the advertisement would be differently in different format and with different content for different groups, but in general they don't have some specification functions of app because they need pretty same service due to their condition.
Okay, thank you.
And our last question is that you mentioned that you provide clinics with subscriptions to your app for clients to use, but it's not really clear for us why it's beneficial for clinics to use your app, and why can't they just like provide their clients by themselves. So can you please say, in your opinion, why it's beneficial for clinics?
What do you mean by provide clients by themselves? This part of the sentence wasn't clear. Can you elaborate?
Okay, sure. As we understood, like you have an opportunity to cooperate with clinics when clinics get subscription and provide their clients with opportunity to use your app. And your app is for people with diseases, and where they can have like this calendar of using meds and some important information about their diseases. But why it's beneficial for clinics to pay you for this, like for this service, but not to do it themselves with their clients? For example, like have like special pays. Okay, I will rephrase. Like, why clinics will pay you, but not create like opportunity inside the clinic to provide their clients with everything which you have in your app? Why will they pay you?
So here I should like make a note about our app, that it's about self-control in first on the first level. So clinic couldn't provide the instruments for self like home daily control as medicine tracker or like daily notification about the environmental conditions. It could be organized by clinic only in case if they would create their own app, but it would be for them kind unprofitable, because this app would be used only by their clients with respiratory diseases. As we mentioned, creating app with this functional for all possible diseases is almost impossible, because different diseases require different control metrics. So we focused on respiratory care, and in their case, to create something like that would be unprofitable. But if they can cooperate and pay much less for subscription, they would get benefits of comfortable control under the patient condition, and more guarantees in knowing about any changes and so on. So something like that. It's for them to provide better treatment with lower costs.
Yeah, thank you so much for the presentation. I'll have a short break for 10 minutes. See you again in 4:30 and half 5.